So there is a question, frequently asked questions on Scrum Master. I don't know whether it's frequent or not. At least some interview questions you might have heard it. What is the difference of coaching and teaching, or coaching and mentoring, coaching and counseling, etc.? Have you heard something? Somebody has the question in the interview, right? So what we are going to delve a little more deeper into coaching, and probably if I would really take a live demonstration of coaching and how coaching can help people. Okay. So this is a participative session. So the more you participate answering the question, the more you involve in the discussion, that much you will get it. And this will help you in answering the interview questions as well. Ready? I'm going to share my screen very quickly to explain the difference between coaching and. So there are four things, right? If you look at the. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, Pramod.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So there are four things, right? Consulting, counseling, coaching, and teaching, or training and advising, right? So if you look at it on the x-axis side, the negative.
The jinx happened. The jinx happened.
I guess it jinxed already.
I also sense that this is coming in. That's what I asked earlier. Are you able to hear me? Can you all see me screen again?
Yes.
Okay, I'm back, right? Fully?
Yes. Yes, Pramod.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't see all of you, even though you are in video, it's not appearing at this point of time. So if you look at the x-axis, there is something on positive side is solution, and y-axis is the past is problem. So y-axis positive is ask, and y-axis negative is telling, right? So consulting, there are many consulting companies are there. There are consulting companies comes to our company, and they do consulting and give you consultant charges. There are many consultants are there, right? Tax consultant. You understand what I'm talking about? Or there are consultants are there. What the consultants really do? They will look at your past and tell you what to do. When I was working in Polycom, there is a consultant. There is an external consultant came, and they are giving us on a suggestion on how do we run project. So they looked at all our past data, past metrics, and looking at it, all the things. They said, okay, you need to approach this way so that you will be able to meet the milestones consistently. So they given me some 90 pages report for us, how to run our project. They charge a bomb for that, but they do a lot of study on the past, looking at the metrics data, interviewing people, finally come up with a report. Clear on consulting? Counseling, where you heard the counseling word most of the time?
Self-help.
Education,
Career
counseling,
counseling.
student counseling,
Career
career
counseling.
counseling,
Marriage counseling.
Counseling.
And medical as well.
Medical related, right? So you are a drug addict, how do you counsel back to normal life, whatever things, right? So counselors actually look for the past, but they would even ask the questions back to the consultant. When did this happen first, and how does it? I'll give you some examples also in next page. Okay, so this is the counsel part. Now coming to teaching, training, advising, they will all solution focused, but they will keep telling you. What are the famous statement of teachers? But you remember, go back to your teaching, your school days. What are the common statement from the teachers? What they tell you?
Don't shout.
Don't shout. Okay, good one. What else?
Concentrate on your studies.
Concentrate on your studies. Okay, what else?
Silence.
Silent.
Be silent.
Okay.
Discipline.
Okay. Teachers tell you, okay, listen to me, right? They tell that, listen to me. I'll tell you the solution, right? All these things they'll tell.
Don't copy.
Okay, so I'm just looking at when you are teaching a subject, what they'll tell you.
Listen very carefully.
Very good.
It's a one-way of
one-way conversation. I'll tell you, I know what to do. You listen to me, right? That's
only one way. No asking.
Yeah. Now, coaching, on the other hand, It's all about solution focused by asking questions. Let me give you some of the example of each one of them. But before coaching, and I'm getting into this one, coaching's examples. Also, when I would look at you, where is this mentoring lands into on this case? So mentoring is a place where it is little bit of consulting, counseling, coaching, and teaching. It's an overlap of all of this one. Okay, I'm going to, when you give the example, you will be getting a clarity on all this one. Is that okay? Next page. Can I go to next slides? Yeah.
Yes.
Here is some of the example. Consulting. They will talk about, like, let us identify the key challenges you are facing. Here is how we can approach this challenge. We recommend a data-driven solution to address this. So they're all looking at the past and how do you past and take it forward. What about counseling? Counseling thing. What do you think that has been most challenging part of the experience for you? Again, focus is on past, but the question, it is a question mark. Can you describe a time where you felt similar to this? How did you handle this? All of that kind of a questions, right? Teaching. So make sure you follow instruction carefully. Let us stay focused and get back on track. All those things. Now these are some of the coaching questions. What would success look like for you? I just wanted everyone to think for a moment and think about what is success look for you. For a moment, think about it. Your success, how it look for you.
Achieving a milestone. Or
No, just think. I don't want to answer. Just think. What success looks for you. Now, first of all, when you started thinking, right? So you actually, to answer this one, you need to think. Are you clear on this one? You cannot answer this question without thinking. Why is this goal is important for you? To give you points, you need to think further. Okay, think a little deeper. What are you learning from this situation? All of this comes from common coaching questions. Mentoring, little more. Mentor is somebody who actually gone through the path and seen this one, etc. Coach, you know, to be like that. Mentoring, in my experience, I found that something kind of, when you get into situation, they can share that experience. This is what happened to me, or one approach that worked for me as something. These are all mentoring conversation. In coaching conversation, we will not give you solution to the people. Clear the difference between coaching, mentoring, counseling, teaching, and consulting? Yes. Will you all able to answer if that question comes from the interviewer? Tanuja,
Yes,
will you answer that question when you comes in the interview?
Yes, Pramod.
Prashant, I know many people are off the video. Guys, please come on. This is all interactive session, okay? There's
So
nothing.
coaching means asking positive questions, but we won't provide any solution or biasing that.
Yeah, we will not give a leading question, right? You should give the answer. Why? Why is this basically something? I'll just tell you that how that will happen. Coaching is an unlocking a person's potential to maximum their own performance. It is helping them to learn rather than teaching them. How do they do it? There's a beautiful quotation from Benjamin Disraeli. The greatest good you can do for another is not just to share your riches, but to reveal to him his own. So coaching, when my coach has told us, like, you need to treat coachee like a person who has full of potential and resourcefulness.
Can I give an example? Like in his past experience, he has done some resolution for a difficult task in a efficient manner. So he might be, he might be low in performing the current task. So we can push him by saying that you have performed very well in that past task. So you can do that thing now itself as well in such a way. Am I right?
That is not coaching. That is more of mentoring.
Okay.
Okay. So coaching,
Yes.
so there's a good point. Really, you're involving and thinking further. Be there in the same conversation. Let us listen how it's going to take it out when it comes to coaching. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So coaching, the way you need to understand the person who's coming is who is having resourcefulness as well as the potential. Like a seed. When it's a proper environment is given to him, it will have when it proper environment is there, you will get the sprout or the leaves as well as the roots, right? So similarly, the coaching is an environment will be provided by the coach, then the person can achieve his potential as well as he has the potential and resourcefulness. So you don't need to give anything to them. That is the premise for whenever we do coaching. I mean, coaching as a general term, right? Then when you say coaching, see, Scrum Master doing a coaching or Agile coach doing a coaching, coaching is a general term and it's same meaning everywhere, right?
Pramod, I have one question.
Yeah, Swati.
During the Scrum call, during the Scrum interview, so interviewer will ask the questions related to what is the coaching, mentoring. These kind of questions they will ask us.
So there are some of us have faced this question in the interview. During the interview, tell me the difference between coaching and mentoring, or tell me the difference between. So they will ask you the question based on their level of knowledge and understanding, right? So these questions are came in. How many people? And let me, instead of me saying, anybody have faced that kind of question? Reddy, you have faced it, right? Can you please raise the digital hand? So Swati, you can look at the people. These people are attending interviews right now, and they all face this question about difference between the coaching and mentoring, or coaching and consulting, etc. So the moment you have all these four answers, the way you deliver the answer will make him clear that you know what is the difference here.
Okay. And I haven't noted down the what is the difference between coaching and mentoring and all. So are you going to provide me any PDF?
I can share the recording of this session, Swati.
Okay.
So if you want very quickly, if you want to take a note of it, take of this one, right? So
yeah, sure.
Screenshot of it. Right? So
sure.
Coaching, see, you look at it. The coaching is solution, focusing on solution, like focusing on future and asking questions. Whereas consulting, problem and telling, teaching and training, solution focused, telling. Whereas counseling is problem focused and asking. Got it?
Yes, next page, please. I'll take the.
Okay, this is mentoring, overlap of all of this one. So this is the next page. Anyway, yeah, I'll have the recording sharing with you, but this is.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Okay, so coming to this one, so coaching, the golden standard of coaching coaching is an industry. So everybody can say that I'm a coach. I mean, anybody can say that I'm a coach. Like a coaching, you don't really require a kind of a no, but not everybody can go and tell that I'm a doctor, right? But many people can come up and say I'm a relationship coach. I'm a Bhagavad Gita coach. Have you seen that kind of people? I'm a football coach. People can tell a coach to any name because there is no particular degree or certification required. So there is a non-profitable organization called International Coaching Federation, ICF. They define the golden standard of coaching. So if you really wanted to become a authorized or certified coaching, like if you wanted to get a coaching engagement with corporate, you definitely need to have this kind of a certification. There are 3 or 4 bodies in the world who provide this kind of a coaching certification. So ICF is one of the prominent one, which is having reach into all the countries. They have 3 different levels of coaching. One is ACC, Associated Certified Coach, and second is PCC, Professional Certified Coach, and MCC, Master Certified Coach. And I have completed the second level, PCC level of coaching. So today what I will learn, I'm going to teach you from that level of learning, understanding, which is happening in the PCC level of coaching, right? So this is one more important slide which I wanted to bring it up for all of you. See, this ICF really tells about 8 core competencies for a coach. Pretty simple. I just wanted you to understand this is the basic level. You don't need to go any of this Scrum Master interview for this one, but knowing of this one will help you in coaching anybody. With me? Can I move forward?
Yes.
Yeah. So first one is demonstrate ethical practice. Ethical practice. So you should have ethics in your complete, the behavior. Embodies a coaching mindset. coaching mindset is non-judgmental learning mindset, right? You don't need to judge or evaluate the person who based on what they say. Establishes and maintains the agreements, right? And cultivates trust and safety. You need to provide the safety and the trust for the coachee. You need to establish that. Only then they will be able to speak appropriately. Maintain the presence. So what do you mean by maintains the presence? You be completely present in the conversation, fully.
Listen to them.
Listen to them completely. For example, like you are talking to me as a coach and I'm looking at the mobile, that's not a presence. Listens actively. Listens actively means you want to ask questions, you ask it, like you listening completely, right? So that's actively. And ask questions such a way that it evoke awareness to the coaches and facilitate clients' growth. You need to focus on the client's growth. Yes, Rajiv, you have a question?
Yes, sir. My question was about the different ICF certifications you showed, no? Three levels basically.
Yeah.
Each of them were requiring different hours. So basically what they want is that first you do coaching for 100 hours to become ACC, like
No,
that
no, no,
one?
no, 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 no. Let me tell you. First of all, you need to learn for 60 hours of classroom training. At the end of it, you can start 100 hours of training, one-to-one training. And then you need to record the training, some 3 or 4 recording. You need to have mentoring session from one-to-one with a coach, ICF coach. Then you need to record some of the recording and submit it to ICF and write an exam. Then you become ICF ACC. PCC, again, another 65 hours of training, then 500 hours of coaching. All these coachings should be one-to-one.
Right.
One-to-one coaching. And they have a particular model. I'm going to bring up that model tomorrow, next slide, to teach you how do we do coaching. And probably if time permits, I will do a coaching here also possible. Okay.
Right, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So in this case, that the person who wants to appear for this certification, he becomes a coachee.
Yeah, first you need to be a student for one of the coach and then learn coaching, and then you practice coaching and you share the recording to your coach to evaluate that coaching, and your coach will also answer you, like, what is the area where you need to improve, etc. And at the end of the day, you might need to attend an exam to get the PCC certification.
All right.
Yeah.
Right, sir.
Yeah. Okay,
Thank
so moving on to this four level of question. It's a open model of coaching. That's what we are going to demonstrate here. I really wondered if you want to take this question paper also with you. Okay, so there are open model. First one is step is clarifying objectives. So you need to spend maximum time amount of time here with the coachee, asking what you want to explore. Why is it important? By when? How will you know? These are the 4 questions you can ask. See, again, these are not exact questions. This is the context at this point of time to drive. You need to ask in a question that you need to have the other person has clarity in achieving the what is that you want to do. Step 2 is exploring possibilities. You can do multiple ways, but actually doing what are the different which are way of achieving it. Again, you ask a question, maybe you can create a visualization session. You can create many ways of looking at that. How do you want to achieve that? Third one would be setting action, right? What are the first steps? When will you do it? And what if something goes wrong, right? That kind of a question. Last one would be very integrating, learning the question, like, one question about what did you learn or what are your insights about, etc. Only these questions, ask these questions. Okay. This is a open model of coaching. There are umpteen number of models of coaching, grow model, and there are several models of coaching. As an ICF student, I got this is familiarized with me, so I go with this one. But that doesn't mean that you can go with any other approach also. There are many models. They interviews. They will even agile coaches interview. They will ask what are the model you are using, etc. What is pros and cons and everything. But this is what perfectly works. Clear? Everyone is clear so far? So maybe I can do a quick next 30 minutes or 40 minutes. We will take a quick coaching demo. So anybody wanted to do a live coaching, anybody who's interested can come on video. You should be coming on video. And if you can raise the hand, that would be great. Rajiv, then you should be coming on video. Anybody else? Anybody? Couple of people, couple of volunteers. No one? Oh my God. So Sindhu, okay, fine. Anyone else? People, okay. Hey, I think you are getting a
Sorry, sir. Sorry for my video because
okay, fine.
I'm
Anyone else? Okay.
little bit sick. So
Yeah, you can
okay.
keep it one place, Rajiv.
I
That's
hope
okay.
you are.
Yeah, clear. Yeah, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Ajay. Okay, so Vibul is gone. Anyone else? No, no other volunteers. Guys, that's really sad for me. Okay, I thought like I'll have to choose a lot of people from choosing very difficult choosing. I'll have to do it. Okay, so what we'll do now? We will Gajendra. Thank you, Gajendra. You also come on video. So here is a point I want to talk at. We'll take a topic which is more common for most of the people, right? So somebody. Some topic might not be applicable to all of them, so we will look at it that way, and we will look at it the topic, and based on that we'll take one person. Is that okay, everyone? So Sindhu, what do you think? What is your topic is? What do you wanted to be coached on? Very high level. We'll give it much more deeper later, but
Okay.
mm,
How to be successful in job, like while after joining and all.
okay. So your question is your concern is more of you wanted to how to be successful in the job when you get a Scrum Master job, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And people, what is your question?
My question is, means like how I know that I have more experience, so how I can get maybe more interviews.
More interviews. Okay. Okay. Fine. Vijay, Ajay,
I think my answer related to that only. How to get job with higher package.
how to get job on higher package? Higher packages. Okay. Ajay and Gajendra.
I would I would like to know what is the sustainable career path?
Sustainable career path.
Path.
Okay. Amrita.
Yes, my question is, we all of us are here for Scrum Master role, and when I see the different JDs these days, this was the question actually in my breakout room. So I want you to coach on it. So the JD says that Scrum Master role for sales team, Scrum Master role for technical team. So my question is, how do we cater it? I, as a Scrum Master, will I be able to cater all the applications, or will I be successful if I go for any of these Scrum Master roles?
Okay, fine, got it. Brahmer.
Yeah, mine is like how to overcome negative thoughts.
Such as? Example, such as?
Such as means, so once I am into the job, whether my job will continue or not. If somebody asks how I can give reply.
Okay. Rajeshwari?
Pramod, my concern is how do I become an impactful leader? How do I become a real coach?
Okay. And Rajiv?
My questions are already covered. So I'm just thinking something new, maybe.
Not
I will
required.
come
Which one
back.
is covered? You
I will
tell
come
me.
back.
If there are more option for that one, we will take that one only. No? You tell me which
Yeah,
one.
yeah. Please continue with that.
Okay, Sunanda, last one. Okay, guys, I think we're done with it. So we'll take one of them in this one. Okay. Sunanda?
Sir, I've seen people getting interview calls, and people who are getting on and on calls. People who are not getting calls at all. So, what to do to get more calls for people who are not getting?
Okay, not getting. Okay, not getting calls. Okay. Okay, so I think let me put it this way, right? There are some of these questions are not really coaching questions. Let me put you, Amrita, you ask a question, what to do with a JD? I cannot ask a question to figure it out what to do with the JD, right? It is more of a question. You ask me how to prepare a tea. I'll give you step-by-step instruction, right? Some of the questions are not really a coaching question. Not all conversation need to be a coaching conversation. Please understand that. The coaching questions are something like, for example, Brahmer said, how do I remove my negative thoughts? I'm really concerned about talking to people, or those things, you will need to, go a bit deep inside that and to figuring it out how to handle it. For example, Rajeshwari questions, how to be an impactful leader, right? That's one thing. Sindhu said that, okay, I joined in a Scrum Master, I don't have a real experience. How can I be succeed in this one? See, this is nothing about to do right now. I cannot give a step-by-step. This is something should come from inside. How do I get a more interview calls? That is a Naukri configuration. Go ahead and do this one. And probably your mindset is not really right for that. You think I'm not going to get any calls, and you will not get it. So this is a different thing. I hope you're getting what is the call required coaching call. You cannot, somebody ask you to, can you get me water or something? You cannot do a coaching call for that. Right? So, I hope you're getting the difference between what you need to deploy, coaching, or where you should not be doing coaching.
Got it. Got it.
Okay. So let's not regret. I think the one question which is very common, and which maybe many of other people also will be having, is, if you get in a job, how do you perform? Right? You don't have a real experience, but you are somehow managing and getting an offer, but how do you perform? Can we take that one?
Yes.
Yes.
Right? So this will be useful for you, all of you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do this one. But here is the point: is I will do with Sindhu or Rajeshwari. But the whole point I'm talking about is, when you listen to this conversation, when I'm in a moment, I will start the conversation with one of them. But then in a moment, listening to the conversation, I wanted you to involve in the conversation. You look at yours, you look at in your own life. What is the challenges you are facing? Maybe Rajeshwari's or Sindhu's problem may not be real problem for you. You might have a different problem, but look into that. That's where this value will get into the conversation. And also you can look at the coaching question which I'm using, how I'm using the coaching question, so that when you get an opportunity to do a coach somebody, you can practice the same thing. Making sense?
Yeah. Pramod, I have one question. I mean, for example, if my Scrum Master asks me, before you used to perform well, what happened? Nowadays you're not performing well, what happened? Is that something related to coaching? I mean,
not a direct coaching. Vishudeja, just listen to me in this constant conversation. So we will look into, one of you. So Rajeshwari, Sindhu, your choice. Who wanted to go with me?
Pramod, can I say something? Can I ask something? Pramod, I had a question related to coaching. Though it was not for agile coaching, how do you do the transition from waterfall methodology to agile?
That is like, let's not get into that one. That's a theoretical question. Okay, so it's not a coaching question.
Now, how do you coach the team where you can change their mindset?
Yeah, the coaching is same. Coaching content is same only, right? Coaching will not change for whether you wanted to become a pilot, or you wanted to do a swimmer, or you wanted to become a national player. The content would be same thing, because you are extracting the inner potential of the person, not that you are giving anything to them. Okay, so just listen to this one. So Rajeshwari, Sindhu, who wanted to go with
Pramod, I have one quick question. I'm sorry to disturb you. You said some of the questions were not related to coaching question, but I don't know, but I feel that negative thoughts, that is also, is that the coaching question? I mean,
that's a coaching question. That's a coaching question, Swati. That's very clear coaching question for me. I have handled that one. I know. So, okay, there is a little tweak here. We cannot coach. This is a coaching principle. We cannot coach negative emotions or negative thought, negative stuff, because it goes to past, right? So what I will ask first question to Brahmer would be, instead of feeling negative, what you wanted to feel. So he will talk about the positive. I want to feel confident. I want, then I will coach towards that one, right? That's the way it will change it. That's a coaching conversation according to me. Okay. Thank you for bringing this really powerful one. Okay. So Rajeshwari is one. Sindhu, who wanted to go?
I can go, Pramod.
Okay, so fine. Sindhu, next.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so now few ground rules for everyone. Everyone go for mute. You can go to video mute, audio mute, anything is fine. And actually, you can pin Pramod and Rajeshwari so that you can see that all the conversations, exactly the facial expressions and everything. Okay. Okay, Rajeshwari, thank you for joining. And Sindhu, when somebody actually can mute other people as well, like Rajeshwari,
Yes,
you have some background noise coming. Is it correct from your place, your kid sound or something? That's okay. That's okay. That's fine. I'm okay with it. I just wanted to make other people are not really okay. Thank you, Rajeshwari, for bringing it up here. I really appreciate, because you are not talking only to Pramod now. You have another 103 people
Yes, yeah.
are listening to you.
Yeah,
So definitely, thank you for your courage and stuff. And your question, I remember that you have asking us, how to be an impactful leader.
leader, yeah.
Right? So this is also something very connecting to the general point that you get into a Scrum Master job in a new company. How do you really perform very well and other things, right? So let's look at it. Now we have at least consider that we have around 30, 35, 40 minutes around. So what do you really something which can give a huge value for you in this conversation if something opens up, what could be that?
It would be like a key takeaway, like a few points which I really take into my heart and implement in upcoming whenever I get a chance. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe mainly learning.
Related to being in professional, is it?
Yes, yeah, correct, yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit more about it?
It's like though I have worked as a scrum master, I never thought about coaching and any person in that deep level. Like I never did that. I always looked for direction from my leaders or managers, but I never been in that position where I can coach others. So I really wanted to know how I can really do that.
Okay, so how it is connected with the high impactful leader, or so you
maybe the moment I join any company or any team, first impression I create, it matters, and how I portray myself, how the people will look me like in the team, that will definitely differ, and the way in which they will connect to me will definitely differ. Like I have seen when I'm not that impactful, people will not listen to me, or they will not give me that much value. But the moment they see me as that level of impactful leader, the way in which they value, or the way in which they will listen to me, that will be different. I just wanted to have that kind of a feeling wherein I will be a real impactful leader kind of. And just one situation I wanted to share, Pramod. Like one day, my husband told me in his company there was one scrum master. He told me, like, when she's there in a project, things will turn around. The way in which she handle is different. Then I started thinking, I'm not in that position. How I can be like the moment I'm there in the project, they should think like if Rajeshwari is there, she can definitely turn this situation into different thing. So that kind of a situation, that kind of a person I wanted to be.
Wow, that's very clear. Impactful leader.
Yes.
When Rajeshwari is there, that project will turn around, and people should listen to you like that, right?
Yes, yeah, they should think like that. Like this situation, she would have handled in a different way, like that kind of a thing.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing that. Tell me, why is it so important for you?
It is very important for me because just to grow as a leader, and even to sustain in the industry, and go above the ladder, like till for say for 10 years it was very easy for me in the IT industry. I just quickly stepped on the ladder, but the situation came wherein I was kind of a I could not able to become that a good leader. Like I know there are something which I am lagging in my inside, which I have to improve, because I looked for a direction from a manager or other leader, but now I'm in a position wherein I need to create an impact for other team members.
Mm. So, what are the qualities you think as a impactful leader who should have it? You
Uh,
said you don't have something. I'm not really looking at. What are the top three qualities? What do you think you should have it impactful leader?
very good interpersonal skills, like very good communication, like courage. We should have a courage to question people, or yeah, I would say communication skill, courage, and definitely listening power, and being empathetic. Because I have seen the managers, great managers also will come and they don't listen to people, they just give a direction. So I just don't want to be that kind of a person. Really want to practice the empathy and listening skills. Before joining your program, I never thought about that. I just used to say it in the interviewers and all, never practice it. I didn't know how to do it in a real way, but now I started learning it. uh, I would definitely say that.
Would say. So you said three or four of them: communication skills, courage, empathy, and listening skills, right? So,
Yes.
what do you wanted to focus on today, right?
Today I would like to one is courage and empathy, showing the real empathy.
And if I want to choose between courage and empathy, which one you will choose?
Courage, I would say.
Okay. You have said that courage very fast. So what is it? What is going in the mind?
uh, it's like there was a situation 1.5 years back, I think. uh, like I was a scrum master in a team. Like there will be kind of a senior leader or senior person, right? Then one manager gave me feedback saying that the way in which you are talking to them is different. You should bring more courage when talking to them or questioning them. You don't have to hesitate. So that time it hit me very hard. Like then I evaluated myself. There is a situation wherein I didn't show that much courage when talking to some kind of a senior person or something like that. Like initial, the moment I joined the team itself, I have set that kind of a environment wherein I didn't show that much courage to talking to them openly. Like I used to and never treated them everyone equally. Like if he's a senior person, the way in which I have approached was a little different. Like other person, the way in which I have reached was little different, thinking that I'm not that powerful leader.
Okay. So a scaling question, Rajeshwari. Consider if it's courage as a scale, 1 to 10. 1 is the lowest courage and 10 is highest courage. As a scrum master, like take an example of talking to the higher authority people and stuff, right? Where do you stand yourself at this point of time?
I would say maybe 6, I would say.
Currently you are at 6. Where do
Yes.
you want it to be?
8 or 9. 9, I would like to say.
Okay, you
9.
want to be at 9, right? Okay. By when you wanted to have that 9?
Within a year, I would say.
Within a year, okay.
Yes.
Now let's just imagine for a moment, like assume you have that 9 courage. How will you know?
How I know if I have a 9 pointer? Like, okay, I can talk to definitely senior management, clients, everyone. I talk to them, like not with that kind of a power. Like I reach out to them thinking that they are something superior above me or something like that. Even a discussion, if I initiate or something, be a part of, just taking some kind of a not inputs, I would say direction from them. So if I say I reach to a 0.9, then it will be like I will question them if they are something wrong. Like if I should have that courage to say that no, it is wrong. If I know that, or I should not be hesitant, like to be involved in the conversation, not just listening to them and saying, okay, no. Instead, just with that powerful message or powerful discussion, I just wanted to have with them. Then I know, like I have reached.
Absolutely. Very interesting, Rajeshwari. I wanted to tell me the scenario last time when you had a feedback from one of the leader that you don't have to hesitate. You were talking to senior leader. Explain the scenario once again. What kind of a seniority they had and how much you were hesitating to ask questions. you were hesitating at that time, right, to
Yes.
answer. Can you tell me, like,
Yeah.
recreate the scenario? Can you tell me how was it?
Like the person, he was like kind of very senior developer or something. He was about to retire, that kind of a age he is. Like very not that agile mindset, very rigid, I would say. And he's like say for example DSM or anything, he will say, I don't want to be a part of a DSM. I just will, we will do one thing, we will create a Teams chat or something, we'll post our updates, that kind of. If he says something, I didn't had a courage to question or say something, because if you say and if he's from a USA and like they're kind of a very blunt, what he says is done is done. He will not take any kind of a suggestion or anything else. And there was one more a couple of persons, they were also very senior, kind of a lead kind of, they know everything technically and all. If they say something, okay, I will say, okay, we will do that kind of thing. I never challenge them or whatever they say, I never said no or anything, just agreed to the point, just taking kind of a suggestion from them instead of having that open conversation.
Got it. Yeah. I really wanted to tell you, this is a coaching one-on-one conversation. So please stop sending messages or raising hand and other things. This is not a place where you can add suggestions or comments. Just observe, please. Yeah. Thank you. Sorry, Rajeshwari, for deviating. Very beautiful scenario. You said that, you've been in a situation where you are not able to, because their seniority, maybe because of them, yours, etc. So that scenario, right? Now let's take it, visualize another scenario, right? This scenario where what I'm going to bring it up here is, in future, right? You are becoming, one second. Yeah, you are becoming a scrum master again in a team where there are many people are there, and you need to handle similar tough situation, but this time you are on your courage, your name. So let us visualize that. Okay,
Yes.
it's a fun, it's a playful manner. So relax first of all.
Yeah.
Deep breath. Take a deep breath. Yeah, and close your eyes. I wanted to visualize again. I'll give you small instructions to you, so just visualize on those things. Okay, so take one more deep breath. And relax, and you are safe now. Okay, you are in the comfort of your home, and you are completely safe, and you are talking to people who is not judgmental, and they are all listen and supporting you for your growth. So all of us wanted to see you successful and being a scrum master with a person with 9 courage on the scale, highest courage, 9 out of 10, right? So visualize in a future, couple of days later or couple of months later, sometime later, you are kind of a you are kind of a place where you already achieved that 9 courage, whatever it required, whether it's the skills or confidence or whatever the things which you required, you have it now. You don't really, what you meant by 9 courage, right? What does it mean, right? And you are in that 9 level courage. And we want to replay the same situation where you are daily stand-up meeting or the daily scrum meeting, where someone comes up and visualize. Okay, let me create this one. So visualize your daily stand-up meeting now.
Yeah.
How many people are there participating?
Total 10 names, 8 plus 2.
Okay. Can you visualize the conversation, how people are, what people are saying, and how you are acting, and how you are reciprocating, etc.? Can you visualize that?
Yes, Pramod.
Can you create a scenario, somebody maybe from India saying something you wanted to say no to it? So how do you handle that conversation? Can you tell me, create a scenario and tell me how you handle it now?
Okay, if someone says something and if at all I need to, I
So
wanted to
just not look at this one. You tell me a developer name And he said this one, and then how you are handling that one as a person with courage name.
Okay. Uh, uh, I would say I would take his name as a Suman. Uh, Suman, sorry to cut you off.
Suman, what did Suman said?
Suman, maybe he said like there is some thing which is assigned to him. He's saying there are a lot of blockers or whatever. He's not actually proceeding it, and he's giving some false update kind of a thing, like over and over daily. He's saying the same thing kind of. So I just wanted to tell him that uh, you know this is not exact. This is not going to work out. That is what I wanted to convey him.
Yeah. So how will you talk that now? You are courageous with name. You
Yeah.
don't care what is Suman's experience, is Suman's knowledge and Suman's capability. Being a Scrum Master, you're standing tall and giving that comment. How do you comment that one at that point of time?
Yes, Suman, I really understand your concern, but I just wanted to check with you. Like, we have been discussing this over and over and stand up from past 2-3 days, but I'm not actually seeing the action coming out of it. Can we discuss about this more and not just hang around in the same topic?
Okay, so the six courageous Rajeshwari would not have asked this question, right? And nine courageous Rajeshwari asked this question. So how do you feel now?
I'm feeling a bit courageous now.
Okay.
I would say, and not nervous.
Now create one more scenario where there's one more person who is saying something which is you don't really accept it, but then create one more scenario. What could be that?
Say, for example, there is something which we have committed to deliver it by next week, and we are not reaching any point, and we have to deliver it somehow by next week. So I would say, let me take his name as Selva. Hey Selva, I really understand where we are standing at this point in time, but just try to understand the importance of having this particular functionality by next week. Let us do one thing. If you are really stuck, I think we need to work as a team. Let us do one thing, that can we connect after this call? We can have all the parties which are required to solve this problem. Let us discuss in that call and make sure we close it off by end of today, considering the impact that we have on the business. That is what I will try to convey.
That was very powerful. So how do you feel now?
I'm really feeling good, Pramod.
What would if Selva is there listening to you, what is the answer he can give you now as a Selva, like very senior person?
He will say, definitely, Rajeshwari, we can take it and other call and we can discuss on it. And I would emphasize, we need to work as a team. Let's help each other and make sure we, meet the deliverables, since we cannot slip this at this point in time.
Okay, take one more person whom you wanted to, maybe this time maybe you can take a US person who is saying something which you don't really is aligned to Scrum stuff.
Okay, I would take his name as Ed. Ed, okay, I understand where you're coming from, but okay. Say, for example, there is something for which he has a different point of view, and we are not agreeing that. And then I would say, hey Ed, I understand where you're coming from, but collectively as a team, we think differently, and I think all of us are not on the same page, and we need further discussion and clarification on that. I would suggest we can stay back in the call after a DSU for 5-10 minutes. Let's have a discussion on this and close it off, just to make sure all of us are on the same page.
Excellent. What Ed can tell you at that point of time?
He might give some other reason, but somehow he will come and say like, okay, let's discuss after a DSU. Or sometime he might say like, I don't have a time, I have another call,
Okay.
Then I
So
would, yeah.
let us handle that. If you say I don't have time,
Mm.
what would be your answer as a person who's non courage?
Uh, I really understand, Ed. I know you are occupied with the other priority tasks. Let's do one thing. If a team is okay, we can continue the discussion over here. So I will discuss for 2-3 minutes, and I'll open some conversation in a Teams channel and make sure we address that. But I would request him, like, since conversation is more powerful than typing, I would request, if everyone is okay, we will discuss now, and close it off within 5 minutes. If it need more discussion, I'll schedule a call based on your availability.
Amazing. Very powerful. Very powerful. Thank you. Let's create one more difficult scenario. Somebody who's coming from manager level and saying something really which you think we should not do as a scrum, right? So create one more scenario like that. So what would be your stand in that point of time?
Okay. Some manager may come and say that, your team velocities are low or something. We just really need to look at it. Then I would say, consider her name as Kathy. So I would say, Kathy, I know, definitely, I understand your point of view. We need to consider velocity, which is an important metrics. But I would like to, emphasize that, since we are agile team, for us, working software is a primary measure of our progress. We should really focus on our deliverables. Let's look into, let me provide you the metrics, what we have delivered so far from past 2-3 iterations, and let us see whether you're happy on that, or if you still have further questions or anything as such, let's make sure we have a review call, right? We will make sure that we forward that invitation to you. Just come in a review call, just see how our deliverables are going on. If you have any points, just add on that, so that as a team we will work on and address all the concerns. Hope that works for you.
That's very powerful. Thank you, Rajeshwari. Thank you for participating in this one. Can you maybe take a deep breath and take your time, relax, open your eyes if you're ready.
Yeah.
So good, great, Rajeshwari. Thank you for this fully participating in this exercise. So how do you feel now?
I'm really feeling good, like kind of the things which were there inside me, and I could be able to address that. I felt really good.
What is really required to address those things?
I would say the courage and some common sense as well, like how to handle in that particular situation. Presence of mind.
So what are the first steps in practicing this?
Just to have that presence of mind, like instead of thinking after some time I would have acted differently, I would have told something differently, just making sure that I bring up the right question at right point in time.
Got it. Thank you. So what is that you're realizing now?
I'm like what I'm actually realizing is there are so many things which are actually there inside me. I just need to make sure to focus on that and practice even, and take definitely suggestions, like and practice it. Yeah. And one more, yeah, I have an inferiority complex always, sometime, like when actually working. So just need to come out of that inferiority complex, thinking that I'm not a good leader or I'm not a powerful.
Excellent. Thank you, Rajeshwari, for this wonderful conversation. Really appreciate. Okay, I'm then done with the coaching conversation.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You've done a wonderful job. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Yes,
Pramod, I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah. So sometimes,
one second, sir.
when
Hold on. I'll allow you to ask the question. Just be there with me. Okay. So hope you all of you observed the coaching conversation. Agree? Let me go.
Sir, sorry to interrupt you, sir. Sir, first of all, before anything begins, I just want to thank you and Rajeshwari for this conversation. It really made me understand because as I was listening into it, I was into the conversation. So it made all the points clear what exactly coaching is. Thank you, both of you.
So if you look at this question papers, see this Opal model I have showed you. You can see all these questions only I have asked. What to want to explore. Then I nailed down to different things, including I went to the coaching. He said, I want to be impactful leader. From there, I asked more questions to reach to what he wanted to do. So he said communication skills, courage, empathy, listening skills. Out of that, which one? Courage, right? So you got exactly clarity what is dealing with it, right? And then you go, what are the different ways of addressing it? That's what I recreated the scenario and visualization, create a couple of scenarios, how to play along, etc. And then looking at what is one step, first step, and she says, I'm already there. And then integration questions, right? This whole flow. Are you all able to connect the Opal model of coaching questions and how to ask questions and etc.? So what are the other observations in this short conversation? It's just hardly half an hour it took. So what is the other observation for you? As a coach, what I did, and as a coachee, what she did, etc. Can you please note down or cut it?
Yeah, so basically, means like you are asking questions. So basically, Rajeshwari is trying to get the answer from her. Okay, so you are giving scenarios or something, and she is answering that what it could be done or something. So basically, means like sometimes what if it is real, means sometimes Rajeshwari might have not did some action. So now she is knowing that what are the things went wrong. So now she will take maybe that actions. So she knows that what to do now.
Yeah, she really connected her own potential now, and her own question about not being an impactful leader can be changed now. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I just wanted to connect with all of this one in the questions.
Pramod, and one more thing. It was like peeling off an onion, like one layer by one layer. You just going to the crux of the problem.
Yes, I also felt that it was just washing away the clad or the thing from the golden Buddha because Rajeshwari has it in herself.
Yeah.
But she was not having that confidence. You were just washing that mud layer from her.
The way she was
And
putting across to all the people was so amazing, so well. I understand what you're
yes,
coming from, but you know what? This is what we should do, right? She said, "Okay, come for our review meeting. I'll show it for you." Amazing it is. Amazing it is. Yeah. Okay. Anyone else? Anybody else? And I'll go to through this question. Any other comment?
It's just like hitting the nail, crux of the go into the crux of the problem, and from there you're coming out of that.
Excellent. Very good. Obviously. Thank you. And Sruthi,
Yeah, Pramod. So, yeah, of course, whatever the conversation I listened, it was really good. But sometimes, when we get stuck with things which we are not aware, right? Sometimes, Scrum Masters are not too technical, and it is very hard to understand what the developers are saying or what is happening in the back end, right? So, in such cases, sometimes we have to agree that whatever they say bluntly, even though it is impacting our business or deliverables, etc. So in that case, even though we have courage, other things, etc., how do we handle such situations?
so see,
Like we'll just have to agree to
one
it
second,
since
one
we are
second.
not aware of it.
Sruthi,
Yeah.
Sruthi. As I told earlier, not all conversations are coaching conversation. There are situations where you need to take action. Okay, so sometimes the people they say something which you don't understand. You might need to agree to them. That is all. You cannot solve that. You cannot see. You do not know French. I cannot coach you and make you learn French. I can give you motivation to learn French, but the French learning is you have to do it. So if there is something broken and there is some problem, production outage is there, somebody coming and asking you, should I do this one, or this is what happened. You cannot do a coaching conversation. That's a different conversation altogether as a leader, right? So you see, end of the day, this is not a Scrum and Agile is a totally collective game. It's not one individual person's game, right? As a team together, sit together and solve it. What you need to do now, right? That's the whole the process which you need to look at it. So in that time, you might need to agree to some of the senior developers' viewpoint of view, which is fine. right? So we say that we have taken a wrong design approach, and that's why we got into this problem. We need to look at what to do now. There's no question about it in coaching. There's no point in coaching conversation, right? So I think I wanted you to distinguish where you can give a coaching conversation, where you cannot, right? So if somebody says I cannot come on a daily stand-up meeting, that can trigger a coaching conversation to find it out. Sometimes you might change your daily stand-up meeting time, but that's a different point altogether, right? So have empathy, have courage. You'll end of the day, more and more, I can tell you, the way I have seen all my 24 years, you will be able to solve all the problems as long as you involve in the problem. You don't look at it, hey, I don't understand, I will stand outside and watch it. No, go inside, ask some dumb questions, clarify, ask questions, then you ask these questions, you ask. I really found that sometimes I believe I'm the ignorant person in the group, but some of my question will people to trigger things totally differently, and they come up with a different resolution. I was so surprised in many times where I thought that this is the area I do not even know, but my questions will trigger some new way of thinking, and they solve in a different way. So I always felt happy. So don't ever think you put your point of view across. That's always again a part of the courageous decision, right? Okay, guys, thank you so much. And we are already, kind of 10 minutes more to the session. So I'll wind it up here. Thank you so much for joining, and really appreciate all of your in the interaction as well. In case anybody wanted to join our group, or anybody wanted to know how to get a Scrum Master job or something, please reach out to me and join this WhatsApp group. And we will wind up today. Thank you so much. Really appreciate. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, Brahma.
Thank you.